Hi, this is Miss Reed, and I will be teaching you all EN 201 in Miles College this semester. Okay, this year I decided to use the flipped classroom where you come online, you get a lot of lectures, some notes, and then we get in class, we discuss, we do activities, possibly take tests, look at a couple of films, but primarily you're moving everything to an online classroom. Okay, 21st century, trying to be up with technology. We're going to see how it goes. Okay, now, few housekeeping rules. First and foremost, make sure that whenever you turn anything to me, it is typed. A lot of time I get college students that want to handwrite something and turn it in to me, and you all are not my 8th grade class at Smith Middle School. You're adults, so I expect that every time you turn in something to me, it is typed. No questions asked. Okay, want to get that out the way just as well. You all know that sometimes things arise. We're all grown. Make sure that you are accountable for when you are absent in my class. Okay, I tell everybody to make sure to make a friend, a buddy in class, so they can text or call. You are always more than welcome to text me, because generally I give you all my number. I create a group on my phone, so if something arises and I'm late or I can't make it, I try to text you out as soon as I figure that information out. You also have my email address, so make sure you email me so that if there is anything that can be done on your own and you bring it back, that's fine. A lot of times when I do WAMs or writing across miles assignments or quizzes, most times they cannot be made up because those are in-class assessments. It says that you are accounted for. And because 50% of this class will be online, as we will not meet on Mondays. Our class days will be Wednesday nights. Mondays you'll come online, you get your information, you'll do your assignments. Most of them you will submit to me via Ungrade, or either you will bring them back on Wednesday. So that being said, I expect you all to be responsible adults and do what you need to do as far as that's concerned. Okay? Now, to get into it. You all are going to read Through the Looking Glass, Panopticism, and Visual Pleasures. A little bit about Through the Looking Glass. It discusses how men, European men, only felt as if they were the great writers of all time. They talk about how fallacy and the idea of the penis was synonymous to being great writers. Okay, so that means that a lot of good women writers were not recognized because men felt like they didn't have the outlet in which they could produce good pieces. So this reading actually outlines the history of writing and how a lot of female writers were shunned and the attitudes of that. Okay, there will be a couple of terms in there that you may not be familiar with. So I'm going to give them to you now. Perhaps you can look them up so that when you're reading, you can understand them in context. Phallic, P-H-A-L-L-I-C. Misogynistic or misogyny. You have etiology and onanism. I will probably have these on my page, so it should be fairly easy for you to get these terms. Those are some words that are mentioned throughout that piece. Now, when we're talking about visual pleasures, we're looking at how women are objectified. Through the Looking Glass talks about women being objectified. This is really important because we know a lot of great pieces of writing and literature and movies actually come from great female writers, great female co-writers. So we're looking at the history of then and now, and just kind of how the idea of literature have evolved once men start accepting women as writers. Okay, now after reading Visual Pleasures, you're going to look at some terms such as Freud, F-R-E-U-D, scopophilia, S-C-O-P-O-P-H-I-L-I-A, and psychoanalysis. There's another term that's missing off my list, but I'm sure that I will write them down for you in class so that you can go out and you're going to find movies that fall into these categories. Okay, you're going to give me the title of the movie. You're going to tell me which category you think it falls into and why. Again, make sure all assignments are typed. Just as well, some basic literary terms we want to start off with is plot diagramming. Okay, plot diagramming is pretty much the essence of all stories, and particularly short stories. Okay, even if we look at some of our most loved movies, they follow the basic plot diagram. You have the exposition of the beginning, you have the rising action, the climax, the falling action, and the denouement or the resolution. Just as well, another assignment you're going to do is you're going to think about your favorite movie and you're going to plot diagram your movie. Okay, you don't have to give me a long drawn out introduction for the rising action or whatever. If you're not really for sure what exactly these terms mean, by all means use technology, Google it, figure out what it means. Okay, now in addition to that, you all will also be looking at, on the next week, just giving you a heads up, Survivor Type, and my man Beauvain by Toni Cade Bovara, one of my most loved writers. But that should be up on the week 2 discussion. Just wanted to do a quick video to kind of get you all orientated to going online, getting the information, kind of make you responsible for going out there and get it. My video should not be more than about, I guess, maybe 6 to 8 minutes. If it's real good to me, maybe 10, but never more than that. And further from that, if you go up under each week, it should outline the activities for that week. So, hope you all enjoyed the video. Look forward to seeing you in class.